welcome back to the Southern Snack, where life is too short to be serious. Folks, we are at Krispy Kreme doing their new ice cream inspired menu review. And man, they gave me a wrong item. But it makes things very interesting. That means I'll just have to come back. But the orange creamsicle chiller is their usual ice slush thing, right? Well, my locations have ice cream. They have milkshakes. So when you think about orange creamsicle, you think about a milkshake, right? You know, if you're going to make a frozen beverage. Well, that's exactly what they did here. And I didn't request it. I requested the chiller, but they made the milkshake. And it took extra time, so I definitely know it was milkshake because it takes time to make their shakes here. But yeah, so I'm going to try my best to pose for a good thumbnail. I'm excited about 2 of these donuts. The third I could really care less about. And there's the orange creamsicle shake, not the chiller. We'll be back with the chiller, folks. Don't you worry. Please come back for that. But yeah, if you'll hit that subscribe button and like, comment, and share on this video, I would appreciate it. I had planned on using my cookie cutter from Crumble to kind of cut these up, but I'm just going to pull them apart. I'm not going to eat any of them afterwards. So, this is orange creamsicle. It's like an orange cream icing, and it's filled with vanilla. So I'm going to go ahead and break into it. Well, I'm going to show you the donuts together again one more time. There's a look. They're all pretty, right? I'm excited about Firecracker. I think that's going to be the boldest flavor, the best of them all. And you've got vanilla King Cone, which has waffle cone pieces, nuts, chocolate. And I don't know if it's filled with anything, but we'll figure that out. I'm pretty sure all of these might be filled with vanilla cream, but there's a good look on the inside. And I'm gonna go ahead and start chowing down. Okay. I really do like the sprinkles on here. They're nice and crunchy. Even though creamsicles don't give that vibe. Well, if you get the creamsicle pop, it does. It's not the greatest creamsicle flavor thing I've had. And I would even say the vanilla cream kind of takes away from it. It's very sweet and very tangy. But also interesting. I like it. I just don't love it. For me, where would I give this? Where would I put it? I think a fair ranking, a rating, probably be a 7. I think it's very delicious. But it doesn't quite remind me of a creamsicle. All right, moving on to the Popsicle Firecracker. Good old Firecracker. So I don't think, oh, well, I guess it does. So apparently it's an original donut. You know, it looks like there's a dollop of vanilla kind of leaking down here. But it's got firecracker flavored icing, and this dollop's supposed to be firecracker flavored as well, with blue raspberry sprinkles. Now, what exactly is firecracker? I think it's like a mix of a couple different things. I'm ripping this donut apart to try it. But firecracker is essentially, I think, cherry and blue raspberry. So we're gonna try it. Again, not quite as bold as I feel like it should be. I get a little bit of sour bite from blue raspberry. Okay, it ramped up a little bit more on that second bite. It definitely tastes like a firecracker pop. I do prefer the Mountain Dew that I had at the Dew tasting. of Mountain Dew Outpost. I think that hit the flavor a lot better, but this is still refreshing. I do slightly like it over Orange Creamsicle. How much so? Not a whole ton. I would give this like a 7.5, just because I think both flavors could depict their iconic ice cream inspirations a bit better. So now we're going to top it off with good old vanilla King Cone. I don't remember if this is filled. I would think it is. Yep, it's filled with vanilla. So let's go ahead and try it, and then we'll move on. This might end up being my favorite, which is crazy because I was least excited for it. Yeah, the vanilla actually makes more sense here. And it's definitely reminiscent of a drumstick. It's so good. That one was my favorite. Just the refreshing chocolate, the vanilla cream, the nuts, and the waffle cone pieces. Is there anything that could have made this better? I think could have used more waffle cone pieces for sure. But very, very delicious. That is the one you're going to want to get. I think all three are worth trying. Someone asked me before I did this, would I pick this over Crumble this week? And, you know, just thinking, would I? I don't know. I mean, the chocolate option is really good. And then you've got two very dynamic fruity options. Fruit Peats is a really good cookie, guys. I was not pleased by the maple glaze. And especially if you're kind of on a budget. This rounded up to be like 9 something. So it's not as expensive as going to Crumble, I guess. So, yeah, I mean, if you're kind of contemplating Krispy Kreme or Crumble this week, you could go to Krispy Kreme. But then again, if you're really sold on Crumble this week, if you're like, oh, I got to go to Crumble, this will be around till August 7th. So that's just something to keep in mind. Now, this is the Krispy Kreme milkshake, the orange creamsicle milkshake. I asked for the chiller. They gave me a milkshake. But that's good. Good for reviewing purposes, right? So let's take a few sips, and then I'll let y'all go. Kind of off-putting. You know, I'm not so sure that this isn't a chiller. It's kind of icy. But I remember their chillers kind of not being so milky, though. They need to put some more respect on Orange Creamsicle. They done disrespected it. This might actually be the chiller, folks, but either way, I just feel like they didn't put enough respect on it. They didn't make it as good as it should have been. Like, it's worse than the donut. There's some moments in there that make it slightly enjoyable, but it's a bit too artificial. It's not vibracious. It's not pow, Orange Creamsicle. It's like, I get a little bit of orange. So for me, I would have to give it like a 6. I don't hate it. I don't particularly like it, but it's got a touch of orange, and the flavor's just enough to make me say, okay, it's interesting, but nothing more. Anyways, that is my review. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I will see y'all around.